Hollywood. That's gooey, bally, hooly Hollywood. Where any office boy or young...
Hello, Hollywood. Welcome to this morning's Walk of Fame ceremony. I would also like to give a shout out to all of our fans watching our live video stream presented by our media partner, Variety. I'm Rana Gadban, President and CEO of the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, which is presenting this program. For today's Walk of Fame ceremony, we are honoring an extremely hardworking woman who's an inspiration to many. I mean, just look at the crowd today. You guys are amazing. Today, Hollywood honors Wendy Williams, with the 2,677th star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. But before we invite her up to the stage, let me tell you first about our honoree. Wendy Williams was born in Asbury Park, New Jersey. Her career in media extends more than 30 years. She's a media mogul, philanthropist, entrepreneur, performer, and best-selling author. She's best known for her nationally syndicated talk show, The Wendy Williams Show, which is shown in more than 50 countries with over 1.6 million views per episode. It is not surprising that the Wendy Williams Show has been extended through 2022. Staples of the show include Wendy's signature segment, Hot Topics, in which Wendy gives her candid, unfiltered opinion on today's pop culture stories. Both Wendy and the show have earned Daytime Emmy nominations for Best Talk Show Host and Best Entertainment Talk Show. But TV is not all Wendy is known for. In 2009, Wendy was inducted into the National Radio Hall of Fame after a successful 23-year radio career. Her hit show, The Wendy Williams Experience, was a top-rated nationally syndicated broadcast with an audience of more than 12 million people. Currently, Wendy is developing and will executive produce a biopic and a documentary for Lifetime Television with a focus on her early days in urban radio to the success of her own syndicated talk show. Wendy is a supporter of many, many charities, including American Red Cross, Rebound Institution Foundation, and the American Cancer Society for Breast Cancer Awareness. She has supported and donated many wigs to many, many cancer patients going through chemotherapy. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the stage our honoree, Wendy Williams. But before we hear from Wendy today, we have two special guest speakers who would like to say a few words about our honoree. Our first speaker has been the CEO of Fox television stations since 2004. He oversees 28 Fox-owned stations in the nation's largest television markets, including My Network TV, currently in its 12th season. He has led the success of syndicated programs such as Wendy Williams, Page 6 TV, Divorce Court, and many others. In 2018, he was awarded Broadcasting and Cable's Broadcaster of the Year, and named a Giant of Broadcasting by the Library of American Broadcasting Foundation. Please help me welcome to the stage Jack Abernathy.
How you doing?
Hey, Wendy.
Wendy!
How you doing?
How you doing? No one could be more deserving of this honor than Wendy. Her talent and larger-than-life personality should be celebrated here, where she ultimately belongs, Hollywood. Many of the celebrities on the Walk of Fame had incredible talent and were aided with a little luck along the way. The same could be said of Wendy. But I can assure you, though, no one got here with more hard work and persistence. Wendy clearly knew what she wanted to do and never focused on the obstacles. She outworked and out-hustled everyone at each stage of her career. Back in her early days, Wendy was doing a regular afternoon radio shift in Washington, D.C. After hounding the management at Hot 103 in New York, she finally got an offer to do a show from Sunday at midnight to 5:30 a.m. Monday morning. Not the best shift, and it paid an after minimum of $105. But for Wendy, this was an opening to the New York market and an iconic radio station. The catch: it required her to drive up to New York on the weekend and rush back to D.C. for her regular afternoon shift. One time, she left D.C. a little later than usual, and when she got to the approach of the Lincoln Tunnel, traffic was backed up and not moving at all. She did not wait. Being late for a new job was not an option, so she parked her car on the side of the road, left it, and called AAA to tow it. Then she walked through the Lincoln Tunnel, caught a cab to Queens, and got to the station on time. Now, for those of you who do not know New York, walking through the Lincoln Tunnel is crazy and illegal. And you were probably in heels, Wendy. But this was Wendy pushing for opportunities and letting nothing get in her way of pursuing her dreams. In 2008, Wendy came to Fox along with the legendary duo Mort Marcus and Ira Bernstein. She wanted a talk show, and I have seen hundreds of talk show pitches, but this was different. It wasn't a copycat format or the 50th attempt to replace Oprah or Phil Donahue or Ellen. This was going to be an original. Wendy knew who she was, what she wanted to do, and how she wanted to play it. She was bold and refreshing in a business crowded by knockoffs. I do not recall being 100% sure what the show would be about, but I really liked her, which pretty much sums it up, Wendy. I remember getting notes from respected TV producers who said things like, "I'm not getting this hot topic thing. Needs to be structured or scripted. For God's sakes, lose the disco ball." All those notes went in the garbage, and Wendy carved out her unique blend of brash insight, humor, and humility. In an increasingly divisive world, Wendy is inclusive, tolerant, and empathetic. She is the friend in our head. Our confidant, vulnerable, kind, and above all, honest and authentic. Those qualities drive her and drive her success. And so, Wendy, from baby steps in Asbury Park, hustling through that tunnel, up Broadway, and out of the steps of Hollywood, congratulations.
And it is now my honor to introduce our second speaker, who's a world-renowned radio broadcaster. With more than 8 million weekly listeners on his national radio show, Elvis Duran and the Z100 Morning Show. He has the most listened to top 40 morning show in the United States and is ranked #1 across multiple demographics. His memoir, Where Do I Begin? Stories from a Life Lived Out Loud, was recently released to rave reviews. Please help me welcome to the stage Walk of Famer Elvis Duran.
This is amazing. She brought the stars to Hollywood. How beautiful is Wendy Williams today? Let me officially welcome you to the Hollywood Walk of Fame, Wendy. Did you ever used to come to Hollywood when you were a kid? Did you ever visit LA? Did you ever used to walk up and down?
Not as a kid.
Not as a
I came out for TV projects.
For TV projects. I used to come to Los Angeles when I was a child, and I would walk up and down the Hollywood Walk of Fame. I thought this was a cemetery. I thought there were dead people beneath these stars. Like, oh, Bing Crosby, put him in head first. There he is. I really did. And this looks sort of like a funeral today. We're all gathered around, but it is not. Everyone driving by, this lady is very much alive. I'm so honored that you asked me to say a few words today. When I got the call from Wendy, I'm like, what? She said, look, Jack is speaking on behalf of my TV career. I want you to speak on behalf of my radio career. Is that what you wanted? Let's talk about it. I was a little confused between Wendy on the radio and Wendy on TV because, did anyone here ever listen to Wendy when she was on the radio? If you watch Wendy Williams' TV show and close your eyes, it sounds the same. It's the real Wendy. Those first 20 minutes of Wendy Williams' show on TV is exactly what made her a superstar on the radio. Unfiltered Wendy doing it at her pace with her opinions. And 9 times out of 10, I agree with her opinion about people. Sometimes I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? You really love to spank people.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
I just have an opinion.
You have an opinion, and that's fabulous. The thing about having an opinion, whether you agree with Wendy or not, is she gives us the courage to share our own opinions. We learn from you. You know what? Sometimes we live in a world where people don't agree with everything we say. Fine. But I have the right to say what I want to say, and I got to tell you, you have swayed a lot of people your direction in your opinions of all the people out there in the world. You do the best job at that. Everyone loves you. Tell her how much you love her. When you were a little girl in grade school, your dream was to be on the radio.
That's it.
That was her dream.
That's it.
And she hung on to that dream, and look where this dream took you.
Who knew?
From a little girl in Asbury Park, New Jersey, to the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And talk about someone who hustles. How appropriate you're across from the Hustler Club. You're right there. If you got batteries, you have a whole night here walking up and down. So, it's very unusual for TV for someone to do what Wendy does. I know that the times I've been a guest on TV shows, there's timers ticking, there's layers of producers and writers telling you what you should or should not say. They're like, okay, hurry up. No, that topic, no good. Wendy does it her way, which is another lesson for all of us to learn, is trust your gut. And if you go to work with someone who doesn't want you to do it your way, you don't want to work for them. You don't. Wendy has done it her way for so many years, and this is why you're such a success. Another thing we learned from you. The third thing I can't learn from you, and that's how to put on a fantastic wig. I got this bald spot. I'm trying to find a way to cover it up. It's all the topics. You know, with Wendy and me, what we do for a living, you are not numbers and ratings. You are our family. We sit down with you. She sits down with us and just talks about it. And it feels good. It feels good just to hear a real person on TV when, no offense, a lot of people on TV are like robots, you know, and they just, what? I'm saying it like I mean it. You know what? I'm jealous of you because you got a bar over there. Someone pour me a sangria. Bring it over here. Wendy proves every single day that you've got to be real, otherwise people think you're full of BS. Life is fabulous. Life is full of bumpy roads, lots of bumpy roads, but we get through it. And with the energy I know that Wendy gets from you, she comes back and does it every single day. Every day. You have the courage. Let's talk about luck. Let's talk about being in the right place at the right time, a work ethic, but courage is really what it's about. Did get up there basically naked in front of the world saying, here's what I think about this and this and this. That takes courage. And you got it. You got it. A phrase that I rip off a lot from someone I heard say it once is, we are in the friendship business because you're our friend every single day. Every single day. And days you're not there, Saturdays and Sundays really suck because our friend Wendy isn't there for us. I got to tell you, a connection you made with my mother. I don't know if I told you the story. My mother was in her 80s. She was dealing with dementia off and on and not doing very well. But every single day, she told my dad, turn on Wendy Williams. A lady in her 80s living in Dallas, Texas. I thought, well, this is okay. Mom, you watch Wendy Williams every day? Every day. Shh, she's on. Okay, Mom. I said, Mom, in the Hot Topics, she's talking about these people that you don't know. You've never heard of any of these people. And my mom said, this was great. She says, I don't want to know any of those people. I just want to know what Wendy thinks about them. She said that. And until her last year, she watched you every single day. We all have that same connection my mother had with you. Wendy, you earned this star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. You preach it. You won it. You got it. Your fans are going to sit next to your star. Wait, seriously. I'll tell you, it's wild. I have a star up near Linda, who is it? Luther Vandross. He's my neighbor up there. So stop by for a cold one anytime you want. We're waiting for you. But your fans will take pictures sitting next to your star. They'll Windex it and clean it. They'll send you pictures and videos. You're going to love it. And you know what? Another way you're connecting with people are going to be able to walk by your star and touch your star every single day. It's just an honor to have you right here at the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And this is creepy, but I want you to do this just one time, okay? I had my star ceremony. It was great. It was just wonderful. And then after the day ended, nightfall hit Hollywood, which can be an interesting time here in Hollywood. I took an Uber into Hollywood by myself. You're going to come back? Well, don't tell anyone when you're here because I want you to do this.
No, I am.
Come by yourself. And what I did is I walked by my star and I looked down at it. It hit me. My entire career just slapped me in the face. And you think of all those people who've given their lives to come to Hollywood. Hollywood went over to New York, grabbed you and brought you over. Be so proud of all you've accomplished. And for one day in your life, relinquish control and let the love in. Let us love you today. I love you, Wendy Williams.
That was great. Thank you, Elvis. The Hollywood Chamber of Commerce is proud to administer the Walk of Fame on behalf of the city of Los Angeles. I would now like to invite to the stage a friend of the Walk of Fame, our Los Angeles City Council member, Mitch O'Farrell. But before I turn it over to Mitch, I just want to take a moment to say thank you to his dedication to the Hollywood community. And on behalf of the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce and the entire Hollywood community, we wish you a happy birthday today, Mitch. Happy birthday.
Wendy Williams is so loved that she is lining both sides of Hollywood Boulevard with people who love her. Up the street, down the street, everywhere. The turnout is enormous because of what you do for everyone. Thank you, Wendy Williams. I want to thank the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce for giving us this place where all of you and fans of Wendy Williams from across the United States and across the world can travel to and pay their respects to this remarkable superstar. Wendy Williams, you have the heart and spirit of a caring, courageous, and compassionate soul. For years, you have shared with us your life's personal and public journey, your challenges, your triumphs, your ups and downs, and instances where you have persevered and transcended great difficulties. It's because you share your life with us that your legions of fans can better face their own trials and travails. You give them hope, courage, and, dare I say, a whole lot of laughter along the way. In fact, your gift to the world of entertainment is exceptional because your vulnerabilities are out in the open. And by extension, you empower others to confront challenges in their own lives, while at the same time elevating the beautiful complexities of life. So, I stand with all of your fans today and thank you for all you have given us so far, and we look forward to continuing this exceptional journey along with you, Wendy Williams.
And as Mitch said, we are estimating this to be one of the largest ceremony of the year. We have over 1,000 fans here, so a huge shout out to all of our fans. Thank you for being here today. And now, on behalf of the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, we now declare today Wendy Williams Day in Hollywood. It's now the time that you've all been waiting for. It's time to hear from our honoree. So, ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you Wendy Williams.
I might have some suction, excuse me. I'm just saying. If I don't laugh, I'll cry, so we'll keep it light and laughtery. Okay. I do not have a prepared speech because I know from the top of my heart who I want to thank from the bottom of my heart. And there's one thing that I want to say is that, Jack and Elvis and Mitch and, people have said throughout the day is that I'm successful because I've done things my way. No, not exactly. It's because I'm a good listener to advice. And if I don't like the advice, then I do things my way. with that in mind, I want to thank my loyal, hardworking staff at the Wendy Show in Chelsea, New York. They all had worked on talk shows prior to coming to Wendy. I had never worked on a talk show in my life. All I know is that I'm a fan of talk TV. When I was a little girl, instead of watching cartoons, I'd be the one to want to see Mike Douglas and Dinah Shore on TV. And you know, they would drink that hard liquor and keep all the guests out there on the couch. And it was just fun to me to watch. At the time, I did not know I would be a talk show host, but I liked the chit-chat. I've always liked the chit-chat. Once I left for college, I knew that I did not any longer want to be the newscaster that I planned on being. I wanted to be that radio host. And while I love LA, I'm a New York, New Jersey girl. And so growing up on the radio, listening to, you know, Harry Harrison and Frankie Crocker and people like that, they made it sound glamorous and wild and fun. And that's what I wanted. So I locked jaw onto radio, and well, the rest is kind of history. Once we got the call from people we never heard of in our lives, Mort and Ira at Delmar Mercury, they were spying on my radio show by streaming it. They're located here in Santa Monica, but with streaming, they were spying on my New York radio show. It's true what they say, you never know who's watching, and you never know who's listening. So by the time I met them in New York, they were fully aware of, you know, what I bring to the table. You know, I was already doing Hot Topics, but it wasn't called Hot Topics. I was already doing Ask Wendy, and I actually called it Ask Wendy. And, you know, just a whole lot of fun. That's what I like, a whole lot of fun. And so when we got together to do the talk show, I just remember saying to myself, like, I can't believe they really just want me to be me on TV. They want it to be me so much, so I pulled back a little bit. Like, how do I look? What am I doing? All right, what's going on? What's going on? And somehow we managed to make it work, you know, and I'm lighting Slim Jims and pulling notes out of my wig and trying to figure out how to walk in the heels so I don't fall, because I was good at walking on in the heels until the camera gets turned on. It's a whole other thing. And then when they told me it's going to be a live talk show, I was frightened. Doing it by myself, I had no problem with, because most of my career I've been done by myself. Even in a room full of 1,000 people, I always feel like the person who doesn't belong. Thank you, Mort and Ira, for having good taste. And thank you for taking a risk on me, because everyone would have been laughing at you. And then I'd have to go back to radio with those people. Not you, Elvis. You know the circumstance I come from. Suspended without pay again! Oh, God, here we go. But thank you very much. Together, you walked me into Fox, and that's where I met Jack and Frank and Dennis Swanson. And everybody was kind of looking for the next Oprah, except for Mort and Ira. They knew what they were going to get. But I think everybody kind of squinted, just difficult to see, like a lone black girl on TV, and Oprah had just left, and that's all we could think about is the next Oprah. And I'm like, no, I'm Oprah. No, please don't put that on me. Please, like, my spirit can't even sit and talk about the SPCA all day and those kinds of things. I like to have fun. You know, and 11 years later, I still like to have fun. And when I don't like to have fun, you will see it when those double doors open. I'll be all upset, but I'm still having fun doing this. Thank you all for signing off on 2 more years of The Wendy Show. Yeah. So, well, you have to talk to them, okay? 10 more would be nice, but one day at a time. Now look, the elephant in the room is that I've been having a very, very tough year. But it's slowly but surely climbing out of the pit. And this is one of those monumental days that makes me say, you know, if you don't believe in yourself, who's going to believe in you? And sometimes life is a very, very lonely path, and you've just got to make some hard decisions. And one of those hard decisions, I want to give some love to my son, Kevin. It's me and you, kid. Kev only knows, he's only 19, so he only knows me as doing this. I've been behind a microphone for over 30 years of my life now, so he only knows Mom up here with suction. Kevin. But somehow he always tells me that I'm still just Mom. I know you guys, a lot of people don't believe it. They watch the talk show. You know, Willie puts me in glamorous dresses and I'm, you know, twisting and turning and stuff like that. But there's one person here that knows. You know. There's no place like home, right? A little burning food in the oven. Time to run up to the grocery store. Let's go. Just Mom. Thank you, Kevin. My nephew, Travis. Thank you, Travis, for being here. I only have one sister, and that's her one son. And he's never been to LA, so I said, well, come on, we're going to show you some fun. I want to thank my new manager, Bernie Young. He's the one who looks like Dennis, Drake's father, or one of the Whispers. Bernie is a staple, it seems, in entertainment management. I did not know Bernie until I met Bernie, and Bernie and I have been together for all of 2 seconds, but he can finish my sentences. Bernie, your career, my career, is in your hands, okay? Also, I want to thank my new chief of staff. She doesn't want to be called an assistant, so be very respectful. Leah Abraham. Leah helps keep the ship afloat. When we got on, you know, I love hot sauce, the kind I like. They don't have the 3-ounce bottles. And if I gotta sit any place with no hot sauce, somebody's gonna be hurt. So while we're at the airport, she hands me a Ziploc bag, and in the Ziploc bag, my sanitation wipes, you know, for my hands, because ew, everything's germy. She had a bunch of Red Hot packets, the sauce that I like, and a fistful of Jolly Ranchers. Leah, it's the little things like that that mean so much. Morel Hollis, my makeup artist. Morel has been keeping me beat and covered up for all 11 years on TV, plus the 6-week sneak peek. Didn't know that man, but now we're like family. And he's never given me pink eye. He's never ripped out my eyelashes. And nope. And yep, but that's Morel. Thank you, Morel. I want to thank Willie Sinclair for this beautiful Dolce & Gabbana dress. And for keeping wardrobe organized. You know, your ideas are so young and so fresh, and every day is not a hit, and I get read for filth. But then we come back the next day with another beautiful outfit. Willie is young, and so am I in my mind, and we work really well together. But Willie, most importantly, thank you for working with my lymphedema swelling at my ankles and my feet. Because, you know, it's not easy dressing around, you know, lymphedema and the swelling. And thank you for this big dress. I don't even have to think about whether they show or not. And I also want to thank Dominic Santiago. He's my new wiggy. And Dominic, you read him too, but that's okay, Dominic. There's always tomorrow to do it better. My glam squad, my management, my family, my bosses, you beautiful people here. Please, I'm not a model, so please don't use the bad pictures. And my fans, I slipped and called you fans only because I'm in Hollywood, and I think I've gone Hollywood. But you're not fans. That's a stupid word to me. I've always called you Wendy watchers. When you listened on the radio, I tell you I love you for listening. Now I tell you I love you for watching. You are Wendy watchers, and without you, none of this would be going on. Yeah. Yes. So I want to thank you all for being here. And I look forward to more live shows beginning Monday. And now, I don't know what I do next, but I'm going to go over here and do something.
And now it's time for us to unveil the star for our honoree, Wendy Williams. Let's hear it again for Wendy Williams. Join us by celebrating and cheering as we unveil the star for our honoree today. Thank you all for being here. Ladies and gentlemen, proudly welcome to the Hollywood Walk of Fame, Wendy Williams.
Wendy, look straight ahead. And up here, Wendy. Here's security. Can we move the bar? Kneeling. Pepe, it's a kneeling tab. And Wendy, right up here. Miss Williams, right up here, please. And Wendy, look straight ahead. And Miss Williams, one more up here, please. And in the corner. And Wendy, one more up top. Wendy, back to your left, please. And Miss Williams up here, please. And Wendy, to the left. Wendy, back to your left, please. And Miss Williams, one more. Wendy, and Miss Williams up here, please. Wendy, straight ahead of you. Oh yeah, touch your stop, touch your stop. Oh yeah. Touch your stop. There we go. Hey, look back to your left. And Miss Williams. Hey, back to your left, please. And Wendy, up here, please. Lovely, lovely. Wendy, Wendy, oh yeah. Congratulations. Wendy. Hey! See, that can
Be the first one to stand on it. There you go.
Hey, in the middle of it?
You're the only one that can walk on you first.
There you go. Hey guys, what did I do?
Elvis.
All right, Anna, I need a straight on.
Bottom row right here. Gorgeous.
And one up here, please. And Miss Williams. And Wendy up here, please.
Yeah, right here for the
What a fabulous dress.
best outfit ever.
Thank you.
Wendy Solo. Wendy Solo. Wendy, straight ahead. We didn't get Solo. Forget it. We'll do it later. Bob, will you ask for it after this?
Everybody wants to be with Wendy.
Are you a half a stick?
No, it's fine. It's in the shade.
Okay, let's finish straight ahead, folks. Straight ahead. Okay.